Now I know what you're thinking. Another vlog? Yes. Now I know I said I wasn't going to do another one, but I decided I have a lot of free time and I still have a lot of things I like to collect, so I thought I'd talk to you about some more stuff I own. I've been collecting Blu-rays for many years, and I thought it'd be fun to give a quick overview of all the ones I own. I'm not going to systematically list every Blu-ray I own because that's insane and who would watch that. I'm mainly going to talk about the ones that are like collectible or like have a limited edition cover or have a cool story behind them, because I have a few of those that are like that, but that's mainly what I plan to do. We'll see how it goes. So if you'll join me. Alright, so I've tabbed a few here. Right off the bat, see we have just Aliens on Blu-ray, but it is the, it's the 30th anniversary edition, so it comes with a book of concept art and such, which is really exciting. I like concept art. Sue me. Put it in backwards. Next, I picked this up at Best Buy for a limited time. If you haven't seen The Babadook, it's a really good Australian horror movie. In the movie, there's like a haunted book. That's the worst description. But the Blu-ray itself comes in a little replica of the book from the movie, so that's really cool. I had to pick that up. I really like when they go that extra mile. Here we have the Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Edition. Since then, they have come out with the 30th Anniversary Edition, so it's really kind of outdated. On limited edition steelbook, we have The Big Lebowski. That's from Target. Target does a lot of really good steelbook covers that are exclusive. Once they leave Target, it's really hard to get them anywhere else again. Here we have the 30th Anniversary Edition of Blade Runner. It comes with a book of all the concept art for making the film in it. It also has every version of the film of it, because if you don't know this, there's too many versions. We have the steelbook for Buckaroo Banzai. That is a pretty fun, campy 80s movie about aliens. Here we have Clash of the Titans, 80s classic. I thought it was going to be a book of concept art when I ordered it offline, but it's actually a book breaking down every character from the movie, which is pretty exciting. But there you go. We have a Creature from the Black Lagoon on steelbook. This is the Alex Ross cover. He's a very famous comic book artist, so I was very excited to get the steelbook of that. And hey, it's also, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. You can't go wrong. We have the Dark Knight trilogy. This is pretty standard, but it is exciting. I got it because it comes with 4 or 5 collectible art cards. Let's go on to shelf 2. Not 1, but 2 copies of Game Night. One of the most underrated modern comedy films ever made. Don't ask me why there's 2. Moving on, here we have Harakiri from the Criterion Collection. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Criterion Collection re-releases old films that are sometimes hard to get, and they re-release them on Blu-ray, and they do a lot of research and interviews, and they make sure they look really nice. The way they choose what films get into the collections are basically films they dub as masterpieces. So this is just one of them I own, Harakiri, very classic samurai film. Moving on, we have the Hidden Fortress, also on the Criterion Collection. So this, I picked this up in Kansas City. The reason that that film's really interesting because it's actually the inspiration behind A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4. Episode 4 is actually a pseudo remake of the Hidden Fortress, so seeing it was really interesting, seeing like a really alternate universe kind of version of the characters. Here we have Hot Fuzz on Blu-ray. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because this is a custom-made art cover that I got off an artist from eBay. We have the Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures. Not much to say, they're just a good time all around. Alex Ross Steelbook once again. This is The Invisible Man. Really good, fun time from the 30s. Walmart, ironically, had a really cool line of re-releases where they changed the covers of modern movies to look like 80s VHS tapes. So this is John Wick with the VHS tape cover, which was just hilarious, so I had to pick that up. This is Justice League on Steelbook from Best Buy. The cool thing about this is they had a really famous comic book artist that I like, Jim Lee, do a version of the cover, so it's cool seeing all the characters and the DCU versions of them done in the original comic book art style, so that was really cool. Karate Kids Part 1 and 2. If you're wondering what's on this shelf, by the way, this is DVDs, Blu-rays and DVDs. There's not too many DVDs that I think are worth mentioning. They're all just movies that I like or own. Big Sleep, classic. Here we have the Ultimate Collector's Edition of I Am Legend. Came in a big box full of concept art and other cool like collectible items, and then some various other ones like Pirates of the Caribbean and classic films like that. Nothing like too collectible, just some solid films. Now if you'll join me, I'll show you the bottom half. That sounded really bad. Here we have the bottom halves of the shelves, so let's continue the fun. So right here I actually have separated, this way you can see the Infinity Gauntlet right here. This is all the Marvel movies I own. Actually only missing 2, otherwise we'd have the complete Infinity Saga. Some are on DVD, like the first Iron Man movies, but the rest are on Blu-ray, like all 3 Captain America movies, all 4 Avengers movies right here. Guardians of the Galaxy is actually the first Blu-ray I ever got. And then this other half over here is almost all the Star Wars movies. Those are also separated out. The only ones I'm missing are the ones I don't like. Down here we have all 4 Mad Max movies, collector's edition of the first one with a reversible cover. Here we actually have the rental exclusive of The Martian, because I bought this from a local video rental store that on the side was selling the Blu-rays to make money, so I thought that was really funny. This is Memento on Blu-ray. Now the funny thing about this is when I tried to pick this up a few years ago, it was out of print in the US. So this is actually from Canada. I had to order this from Canada to get this, but it's a good movie though, so it's worth it. Here we go, Criterion Collection once again. We have Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. This is just a really good film about war and how perspective changes what side thinks is right. I think there's a lot of precursors to Unbroken, but it's a good time. It's actually kind of a downer, so like. Here we have my steelbook for Pan's Labyrinth with the Pale Man on the cover. I got this a long time ago. I think this is also an import from Canada, because I've seen this on Steelbook other places and it hasn't had this cover, and I ordered it from a weird place, so but that's, you know. Here we have Planet of the Vampires. This film has a lot of parallels with Alien and Ridley Scott. All the different colors. I think it was sounds like it was like a fan restoration, I think, but I had to pick it up because it's actually a really fun campy time. We have the Chronicles of Riddick on Target exclusive steelbook. They did a line of steelbooks where all the covers were influenced by comic books, so that's from that line. Now my autographed copy of Road to Perdition. It's autographed by Tyler Hoechlin, who plays the little boy in the movie, the main character. He's much older now. He was at a Comic-Con in Chicago, and I got the chance to meet him, and I had him autograph it because I was a really big fan of the movie, and the person who wrote the graphic novel that it is based off of is from my hometown, so it was just really exciting all around to have that. We have also on Criterion Collection, we have Seven Samurai. I have an unhealthy love for samurai movies. I find them very fascinating, and this is one of the most famous, so I had to pick it up. I found it in Minneapolis. Once again, like I said, this is the Target exclusive steelbook for Shaun of the Dead. The Cornetto trilogy all around is just a great time. Here I have Sleepy Hollow. This is the collector's edition. It comes with a small printed version of the entire original book that the movie is based off of. so I had to pick that up. And it's also a really cool cover, so you know. This is Sorcerer, a really gripping movie about transporting nitro through the rainforest. Not a lot of people have heard about this movie, which is why I felt like I should mention it, but it came out the same year as A New Hope, so it bombed at the box office, but it's actually worth checking out. It's really well done. Here's my collector's edition of Spaceballs that comes with collectible postcards. Here we have the comic book arts steelbook for Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Really good, campy time. Best Buy steelbook for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I think I'm the only person on this entire planet who liked that movie, but the steelbook had a really cool cover, so I had to pick it up, and it was a good time anyway. Also have the Tarantino box set. It has everything up until Django Unchained, so all of everything from his first film until that point. Also have the Alfred Hitchcock box set, which is the best of. Comes with things like Vertigo, North by Northwest, Rear Window, all the classics. I was really mad because like 2 months after I got this, they came out with the Black Series version, which is the exact same cover, exact same everything, but it came with collectible posters, and I think it was the same price too, so that was really upsetting. Oh, my knees! Down here is the TV shelf. This is all the TV shows I own. Things like the collectible version of Firefly, which came with a poster of the planets. A couple of steelbooks, and then the 80s VHS tape version of Stranger Things, which is really fun. Oh! Now I know what you're thinking, what the heck did I just watch? Well, I'm thinking that too, so don't worry about it. But no, so that's basically all the ones I wanted to talk about. Just a quick overview of all the ones that had a cool story or were semi-collectible. Blu-rays aren't really a thing that people actively collect like they do records or stamps, but I think it's fun. But those are some of the cool ones I have right now. I think this is the last vlog I'm gonna make for a while, but who knows? So with that said, stay tuned, and thank you for your time.